All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Hurley. I'm your judge this afternoon. We're in first appearance court. Today is the day this court determines whether or not there's probable cause for your arrest. We're not here for trial. Not here to determine whether you're guilty or not guilty. So you do not need to tell us about your case. You don't need to explain yourself, defend yourself, make any type of excuse. It's not for today. Those things are better saved for your attorney in a private meeting. Understand? You have the constitutional right to remain silent. Utilize that right at all times. But if you give up the right to remain silent, whatever you say today can and will be used against you. Now, we are going to, if you have a private attorney, let me know who that is. We'll contact your attorney and let them know that you're in court. Okay, I need to see the following people, and that is, one moment. Okay, Missy Tracy Dries or Dries. You ready to go?
Yeah, Judge.
Okay. Tracy Dries or Dries? Okay. Dries. Ma'am, you're here for possession of cocaine, paraphernalia, license suspended, and count 4 and 5 are warrants for your arrest. One is from 2004. That's count 5, which is open container, sleeping on city property. Ma'am, are you currently employed?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have the ability to hire your own attorney?
No, Your Honor.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you on count 4 and 5? Those are the Hollywood cases where you allegedly were sleeping in public and an open container of alcohol.
I guess.
Okay. I'm going to appoint Mr. Shate's office. We have Mr. O'Toole here. Mr. O'Toole, she's here on cocaine on count 1, paraphernalia on count 2, license suspended 3. Those are state charges, so I guess the public defender's going to pick those up. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to appoint Mr. Shade to represent her, but ma'am, would you like to plead no contest to count 4 and 5 today? And then
yes, sir.
Do you understand we're not going to have a trial? The case is over with today?
Yes, sir.
Is there any reason you think we can't work out 4 and 5 right now, Mr. O'Toole?
No, there's no reason, Judge.
Okay, how do you plead to count 4 and 5, ma'am?
No contest.
Okay, I'm going to withhold adjudication on both of those. Now, ma'am, I appointed Steve Shade on that. Now, let me ask you this, ma'am. Count 1 is cocaine. Are you currently employed?
No, sir.
You told me that already. Sorry about that. I'm looking. You don't have a driver's license. You only have an ID card, and the ID card is suspended. Ma'am, do you have a current address, ma'am?
Yeah.
That's what it says on the sheet. What's your current address, ma'am?
It says 6532 Flagler Street.
How long have you been living there?
Off and on, 2 years.
Well, if I went over there, sent someone over there today, would they say that you live at that address?
Yes, sir.
They would? Which city is it in, ma'am?
Hollywood.
Okay, is it a house or an apartment, ma'am?
It's a house, sir.
Teaching good habits.
I'm going to do PTR pending, ma'am. Leave your bond at $1,000. PTR pending, all right?
That means if they can verify your address, then you're going to get out without having to post a bond. Okay? Go have a seat.
Okay.
Good luck.
Victoria Anderson. Victoria Anderson.
Northwide.
Hello, Miss Anderson.
Hi.
Ma'am, you've been charged with municipal ordinance loitering for prostitution, ma'am, in Hollywood. Ma'am, do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Do you have any lawful type of income, ma'am?
No, sir.
When was the last time you had a lawful job, a legitimate job? When was the last time you did that?
I was a bartender, but I lost my job like a month ago.
Okay. Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Okay. Who's gonna bond you out of jail today?
I don't have anyone to bond me out.
Do you have family down here in South Florida?
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life. I'm gonna go back and live with my mother and get out of Hollywood.
Okay, let me ask, Steve, does she have any criminal record? Ma'am, would you like me to appoint an attorney for you, a special public defender in the courtroom with us to represent you today?
Should I? I don't
Well,
know.
it's not, they're not gonna charge you, it's a free attorney, it's to benefit you. Would you like me to do that?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll appoint Mr. Shade. It appears she qualifies.
What's her number?
UCCN is 677685. Yes.
Yeah. She has about 12 arrests in a little over the past 5 years.
12 arrests. What type of arrests were they?
Last one was May of last year. That was for prostitution.
Prostitution last year. What happened with that case?
She pled out.
Let it out?
Then March of last year, prostitution, cases on loitering, open container.
All right, ma'am. 2 prostitutions and a loitering from last year. Ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and leave your bond at $300. I'm going to let you bond out. I appointed an attorney to represent you, all right? Thank you. How about James Pinder? Pinder, hi, sir. Municipal ordinance for soliciting panhandling. Court finds probable cause. Mr. Pinder, do you have any money in the bank? Turn on that mic for me. Sir,
No, sir.
Do you have any financial means to hire an attorney?
No.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you on this?
Would it do any good?
Well, it could. I mean, you should probably, I mean, if you want to have an attorney, I'll give you one free. Would you like to have one?
Is there any chance I can just take care of this?
Let me ask you a question. Would you like me to appoint an attorney for you today?
Not really.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Steve. Does he have any criminal record? Well, I know he does. He's been in here before. When was the last?
Just need his number.
646527. And this is a warrant for panhandling.
July 23rd.
Okay, what was that for?
That was for capias on the open container.
Oops.
Before that was July 17th.
Okay, what was that for?
Capias on soliciting, panhandling.
Okay.
Then January of this year,
What was that for?
capias's open container, trespass.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set your bond today at $100. So I'm going to go ahead and let me see here. Yeah, this is your 4th arrest this year. 2nd panhandling. I'm going to go ahead and send this to the division. Thank you, sir. Send that. Thank you. Joel Basenberg. Mr. Basenberg, you have 4 counts of soliciting or panhandling on count 1 and 2.
Making effort this
Loitering
morning.
on count 3, and soliciting and panhandling on count 4. Court finds probable cause. You got 4 warrants. Sir, do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir. I don't have any money in the bank, but I've been in the BOC, Broward Outreach Center. That's why I couldn't pay those fines.
Right. Okay. All right. And do you have the financial resources to hire your own attorney
Let me
today?
ask you,
No, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave your bonds where they are. $400 total, and you can bond out of jail, sir. I'm gonna remind
Hey,
you. Yes,
Maybe
sir.
I have something. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Sir,
No problem.
All right. Yes, sir.
Okay.
sir, do you think I can get court ordered to a program like BOC?
No, I can't order you there, but I could give you drug treatment in the jail if you want to do that.
Now, I'm all right on that.
All right.
I was just trying to see if I could get a court-appointed attorney and try to get put in the BOC.
Well, I can appoint an attorney for you today. If you can't afford an attorney, I can appoint Mr. Shade. He can help you on this case. Would you like me to appoint an attorney for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to appoint Steve Shade. I'm going to remind you, sir, you're not allowed, and I've reminded you in the past this, you're not allowed to panhandle in traffic in Broward County, all right? Good luck.
Yeah, I know that now. They told me they got strict on it.
Well,
Tenzin.
I've told you in this courtroom several times not to do it. So, all right. Sir,
To not do it.
Thank you.
To not do it, and yeah, I couldn't pay them fines. They were like old fines, right?
No, they're not old fines. It's just you keep getting arrested, not showing up for court.
Not showing up for court. That's what that is.
Right.
So I ain't flew a sign in about 4 or 5 months, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
that I know. I've been in BOC, so that's old warrants.
Yes, sir. Good luck. Thank you.
Old stuff. Old stuff.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Cody Coker. Cody Coker.
Yes, sir.
You are charged with sleeping on city property, it looks like. Sir, I find probable cause. This is a warrant for your arrest. Sir, are you currently employed?
No, sir.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Okay. How do you support yourself? Where's the money come from to pay for your food, things like that?
I don't make money at all.
Okay.
It's usually just given to me.
Excuse me?
It's usually just given to me.
Okay. And how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
I think it's all that.
My life, like 22 years.
Okay. All right. Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you today?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. If you'd like to plead no contest, you can plead no contest. Would you like to do that?
Plead
today?
no contest. Yes, sir.
Do you understand we're not going to have a trial? You're not going to have an attorney because you choose not to have an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're not going to have your day in court. It's over with right now. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept that. You plead no contest, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'll withhold adjudication. Thank you. Good luck.
Is that it?
Okay. I think that's it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Great, Judge. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you. Alvanica White.
Doing flower, Your Honor. Stand on the X.
Ms. White, you've been charged with aggravated assault, a domestic battery on a police officer, criminal mischief, violating an injunction, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Court finds probable cause. I understand you had a domestic violence battery in 2012 that was dropped. Are you currently employed?
Yes, sir. I work for the Ready Label Pool, sir.
And do you have money in the bank?
I had money in my bag, $5,000 with them police. They went and took my money. I have $4 million in my house. They wouldn't even get the property that's in there. I don't have much. They sat there. My car door could have been locked. It's sold now. They destroyed me. Listen, if you please listen for a second. I'm going for president of the United States. So I'm a very intelligent young lady. I'm a music artist, a dance artist, producer. I have a very entrepreneurial mind. So please bud me out today. I'm not going back to the house just to get my stuff. I know I can live there. I ain't got to stay there. But I needed to get my car. I was supposed to move my car before this money came, so.
Okay, just give me a moment. Did you hear from the alleged victim? What they say?
I'm the victim. No one else is here. They treated me like the bigger criminal, sir.
Just answer the question. The judge is asking something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I spoke to the victim. Sorry.
No contact?
No contact.
Okay.
How do you want?
Ma'am, I'm going to assume you have no money
You gotta get your head back.
and excellent ties to the community. I'm going to set your bond on count 1, the aggravated assault, at $10,000. Count
No,
2,
sir.
battery at
Sir, listen.
$5,000.
Because I'm an artist, like I have to be out. I can't bum myself out. Want nobody to bum me out. Because I'm an artist, that's how I have my own money. I have my own business partners. I do it every day. If I don't go to work for this woman that labor for, her name's Catherine, sir. I have to get bonded out here through you, and I can take care of it. I stay out of trouble. It's the police and the family. I'll stay away from my family, sir. Please.
And based on the level of violence, the court's concerned for the
No,
safety of the
you
alleged
see, sir?
victim. Your bond's
Sir, it's another thing.
$20,000 total. You're not allowed to have any contact with Catherine White and Carlene White. You must stay
Now, listen,
500 feet
please.
from both of them where they live, work,
Sir.
go to school, anywhere in between.
Sir,
You are not
I don't
allowed to
have
possess
my
any
my
guns,
mother has done
any
it,
weapons,
sir.
any firearms
Please.
while you're on
I'm gonna
release.
get that going next month, sir. Please listen to me, sir. I need
5,000.
him to listen to me. Before I get to get bonded because of I don't have the money. The police took my money last night. My sister was stolen, and sir. Talk to him, please. Tell him.
Thank you,
listen
ma'am.
to me.
Have a
No,
nice day.
sir. Kill you. I'll kill you.
Judge, did you order a mental health screen for Miss White?
No, but I will. You can
Come on,
return
Flo.
Would you,
this.
please?
Come on.
Thanks.
All right, Owen Collado.
Main jail, president approaching.
How you doing, sir?
Hi, Mr. Collado, you're charged with domestic battery, resisting arrest. The court finds probable cause. Sir, the court has found, before we started, that your priors include 2005, a cocaine possession case with a violation of probation, 2002, 2 robberies with a firearm. You had a violation of probation on those. So,
Yeah, that's when I was juveniles.
that's, now, sir, Mr., was there any contact with the alleged victim?
Yes, she is not concerned for her safety as long as he stays away.
Okay, all right. Anything you'd like to add, Mr. Miller?
Judge, I have no objection to the court inquiring. I did not speak to this
Mr.
man.
Collado, how long have you lived down here in South Florida, sir?
I lived my whole life, sir.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, right now.
Are you currently
I
employed?
haven't been working because my daughter has been out of school.
Are you currently employed?
Yes,
no,
sir.
Take that back. How long have you lived down here in South Florida?
I lived here 30 years. I'm about to be 31.
Do you have any family down here who can help bond you from
Yes,
the jail?
I got my mother and my father.
All right, sir. It says a witness said that there was loud screaming coming from your residence, and there was arguing, and that a female was lying on the ground. She appeared to be unconscious. They said you were hosing her down with water from a hose in an attempt to get her to regain consciousness. And she tried to get away. She got up, said you jumped on the hood of her truck, and then when the police got there, you were tensing and pulling away. You wouldn't allow to handcuff you. You said that you had pushed her to the ground. She hit her head. That's how she lost consciousness. So,
No, sir.
all right. There you go. All right, sir. I'm gonna set your bond on count 1 based on your criminal record, the facts of the case, $7,500. Count 2, I'll set that bond at $500. Your total bond is $8,000. Based on these facts and based on the court's concern, the safety of the alleged victim, along with your violent criminal history, court will order no contact with Elizabeth Henson, directly or indirectly. Do not call her, text her, or email her. Stay 500 feet from her at all times. That is where she lives, works, goes to school, anywhere in between. You're not allowed to possess any guns, any weapons, any firearms while you're out on release. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Take care.
Once again.
Martha Wadhwani.
North Broward, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you are charged with DUI count 1, DUI with an enhanced breath reading of .198, .199. Count 2, count 3 is a traffic infraction. I'm looking here. It looks like you have a Texas driver's license, ma'am. Also looks like state. Does she have an
Yes,
open
Your Honor.
DUI in Broward County?
One moment.
Hold on.
Looks like she does.
Looks like she had a DUI.
Yeah, she does.
But she had another DUI in 2013. Oh, she had a DUI in 2013 out of Texas. She was found guilty of refusing to submit to breath testing. So she had a DUI out of Texas in 2013. Currently, she has a pending DUI which occurred on May 21st, 2015 out of Broward. Now, another DUI in Broward yesterday where her breath reading was a .198, .199. So,
I was on my way to rehab, Your Honor.
Yes,
Yesterday,
ma'am.
I was on
I understand.
trying to get to rehab.
I understand, ma'am.
And in Texas, the charges were dropped, sir, because I went to a drug court and I completed.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, are you currently employed?
I'm going to be starting Nova Southwestern
No,
University.
Are you currently employed?
No, sir.
Do you have
No,
money
sir.
in the bank?
No, sir.
Okay, do you own land or property here in South Florida?
No, sir.
Do you have anyone who can help bond you out of jail?
I'm going to call my mother, sir.
Does your mother live here in South Florida?
No, she lives in Texas.
Do you have any family or friends down here in South Florida?
I have some, sir, yes.
Okay, Steve,
Yes.
give me her case number.
Your Honor, yes, it's 1515508 MU10A. Just to give you an idea, that was also a crash case, and her breath alcohol, it's enhanced. Her breath alcohol, gosh, in that case was .273. Oh, geez, I didn't see that. 279.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, the court is concerned about the safety of the community, that you continue to drive when you have a DUI pending.
I'm sorry.
A DUI pending where breath reading was more than 3 times the legal limit, .273, .279. Now you're driving, your breath reading is more than double the legal limit, and you have another DUI. And in this time,
No, sir. I'm not driving. I'm not driving. I was trying to get somebody to come to pick me up to go to detox.
yes, ma'am. All right, ma'am. And
I'm an awful human being.
all right, ma'am. Based on these facts and your pending DUI, ma'am, and your DUI arrest out of Texas, you were found guilty of refusing a breath test out there. I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $25,000. Count 2, I'm going to set the elevated breath reading at $5,000. So your total new DUI bond is $30,000, and the court will revoke the bond you're out on, 1515508 MU10A. You will be held without bond. That bond is revoked, ma'am. Thank you.
What does that mean, sir? That I can't get out?
No, that means you're not going to be out of jail for the near future. All right?
Oh my God.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am. May I see Katie Boyle, Tamisha Burnell, Melissa Moran.
Boyles, North Broward.
Katie Boyle, ma'am, you are charged with possession of methamphetamine, cannabis, paraphernalia, alcohol, underage drinking. I see you're 18 years old, driving with a suspended license, and a traffic ticket. Now, do we have any criminal record on Miss Boyle?
No.
Miss Boyle, I'm looking right here. You have a Class C driver's license, and it's a clean driving record. Okay. See?
Yeah.
Ma'am, how long have you lived down here in South Florida?
My whole life.
Are you currently employed?
I just quit my job. I was looking for a new one.
What type of work were you doing?
I was working at Breeze Room on Deerfield Beach.
Okay.
The sports bar?
I understand. Do you have any money in the bank?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have family down here in South Florida?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Stay. No priors? Okay, ma'am. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance, all right?
Okay.
Tomorrow, between 8 and noon, you have to report to pretrial release, which is in downtown Fort Lauderdale. There's a map right there. There's the address. You need to be there tomorrow between 8 and noon. You're going to be drug tested every week. If you fail a drug test, you come back with marijuana, cannabis, any other drug, oxycodone, doesn't matter what it is, you'll be rearrested, put back in jail, probably stay in jail for at least 6 months awaiting your trial. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
You're also not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages. You're under 21, so that should go without saying. All right, ma'am? Thank you. You need to be there tomorrow. Good order
Thank
of
you.
drug and alcohol evaluation, all right? All right, may I see Tamisha Burnell? Okay.
On Third Ave.
Okay, where's Tamisha Burnell? We have her?
Don't tell me she's in court again.
Reset this one time.
Twice.
Twice this is, actually.
Do we know where Miss Burnell is?
Every time they say she's in court, I don't know if it takes somebody else to.
I'm checking to see where she. My system showed me she's at Paul Ryan.
All right, do you have Miss Burnell there? Tamisha Burnell?
Definitely don't have her right there.
Yes, sir. She's coming right now. Burnell,
Thank you.
hurry up.
I wish you were there yesterday when I forgot.
She's right here, sir.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Burnell. Miss Burnell, you're charged with neglecting a child without great harm, displaying a firearm during a felony, committing a first-degree felony with a weapon, possession with intent to sell, manufacture, deliver cannabis. Count 5, trafficking cocaine. Count 6, trafficking heroin. Count 7, possession with intent to sell, deliver oxycodone. Count 8, possession with intent to sell or deliver methamphetamines. In the court yesterday, ma'am, found that there was proof evident presumption great as to, which count was that?
Count 3.
Count 3. So, count 3, ma'am.
Which one is that one?
It's essentially it's armed trafficking.
Yeah, it's armed trafficking, allegedly having a firearm while you were trafficking in narcotics. Let me look here. Ma'am, are you currently employed, or were you employed at the time of your arrest?
No.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No.
Do you own land or property in South Florida?
No.
Okay. Do you have anyone down here who can help bond you out of jail?
My mother.
Okay, ma'am. Here's what I did. I'm going to order you. You're held without bond on count 3. 3 is a no bond hold. I will set bonds for you on count 1. The court's going to set your bond at $2,500. 2 at $2,500. 3. Go ahead.
Your Honor, actually, in what I'd said on count 2, I can see that it should be no PC because for that offense, it's required that she use or display the firearm.
ROR. Count 3, no bond. Count 4, 1,000. Count 5, trafficking cocaine, 15,000. 6, trafficking of heroin, 500,000. 7, possession with intent regarding oxycodone, 2,500. Count 8, possession with intent to sell methamphetamines. Ma'am, I'll go ahead and I'm going to, on count 6, I'll bring your bond down on that case to 100,000, all right?
Okay.
No, count 3, the court found proof evident presumption great as a result of the state requesting this court to do so and hold you without bond pursuant to the Preston case and the Keel case out of the 4th District Court of Appeal. This court believes at first appearance this court does not have discretion to set a bond at first appearance where there's a finding of proof evident presumption great, and this court's of the opinion that your only manner of relief is to have an Arthur hearing or a full-blown bond hearing before your trial judge. Thank you, ma'am. How about Melissa Moran?
North Broward.
Miss Moran, grand theft, robbery. Court finds probable cause, Miss Moran. Dyson vacuums on 2 separate occasions, I believe, right? Yes. Dyson vacuums from Target, 2 separate times. State, in taking them out and putting them in a black Escalade driven by a man named Jason Smethwick. Do we have any,
I didn't have anything, Judge.
Ma'am,
Patrice,
how
did you have
long-
anything?
do you have anything? How long have you lived down here in South Florida, ma'am?
My whole life.
And are you currently employed?
No, we live out of his car right now.
You're living out of a car? Do you have any address?
My parents' address, I always use that, but I don't live
You're
there.
not living there, correct?
No,
Okay. Why aren't you living with your parents instead? You're living in a car.
because I got into a fight with my parents.
Okay. And do you have any way to bond out of jail, ma'am? Financially?
I'm supposed to have, like, it's a $1,000 bond, right?
Well, right now it's 1,000. I need to set a bond on count 2. Go ahead, State. Did she have any
I
priors?
really don't have a way to bond out.
I understand, ma'am. Did she have priors? You want me to give you her date of birth and her name? Ms. Moran, have a seat. We'll be back with you. Okay, may I see Nanly Ramirez?
Paul Ryan, sir.
Ms. Ramirez, count 20, burglar of a dwelling. I'm going to set that bond at $7,500, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck to you, man.
May I see Hal Anderson, Brian Burke, and Wilkins Kazoo? Please line up. Where's Hal Anderson? Where's Hal Anderson?
You bonded? It's bonded, Judge.
What about Brian Burke?
Mr. Burke, Judge.
Mr. Burke, false ID given to the police, count 1. Count 2 is a misdemeanor. And the count 2 is license suspended. Count 1, your bond is 100. Count 2, it's 500. 5,000, sorry. How about Wilkins Kazoo? Wilkins Kazoo. Got it. Hi, sir. Assault on a police officer, trespassing. Court finds probable cause. State, do we have any priors on Mr. Kazoo?
He was just here, July 28th. Trespassing. He pled out, was released August 11th. He's been, Your Honor, I believe he's registered. Has a prior exposure. He's been here July 10th, May 11th, May 7th, April 18th, April 10th, April 5th, March 31st,
How many
April
arrests
5th.
this year is that been?
Just this year, 1, 2, 3. This is the 9th.
9th arrest.
Yes, sir.
He's a registered sex offender also,
I
right?
believe so. You know what, Judge? I don't know if he's okay. Let me rephrase. I don't know if he's registered, but he does have a prior sex offense. Yeah, that's what it. Well, considering that the officer felt the need to move his leg, apparently he didn't want to be spit on.
Well, it could be, it could be, it could be battery on a police officer. I mean, we could, excuse me? Oh, attempted to spit on me twice, second attempt. Come within 2 inches of hitting me. The only reason I was not hit. I'm going to find probable cause, though. Let me ask, okay. Sir, do you have any money in the bank, Mr. Kazoo?
No, sir.
All right. Do you have any way to bond out? Do you have any finances to bond out with?
I'm homeless.
All right.
No, I ain't got none.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $500. I'm going to set count 2 at 1,000. Sir, this is your 9th arrest this year. You have a prior sex offense. And I believe I've personally asked you several times not to return to the racetrack gas station. I believe I've told you at least 2 or 3 times not to go back. So apparently you're not heeding my request. But I'm going to set your bond at total at $1,500, sir. Do not return to racetrack. Thank you.
Fuck you, Chris.
Thank you. May I see Miss Moran, please?
Moran.
Yes.
No one forward, Your Honor. She's coming.
Got it. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I just found out you've been arrested for aggravated assault and battery in the past. You were acquitted of that. License suspended. Drug paraphernalia cases are open right now in West Palm. Ma'am, I'm going to set your bond. You, based on, ma'am, you went back and stole Dyson vacuums on 2 separate occasions in August from Target, and based on the amount of the vacuums, what they're worth, your failure to appear in West Palm, and you do have drug paraphernalia cases open up there now. I'm going to set count 1 at $2,500.
Yes.
I'm going to set count 2, the robbery, at $3,500 today. Your total bonds could be, is it $6,000? Yeah, $6,000.
I don't have that.
I understand that, ma'am. I wish you the best, though. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll give you a call. Is this your son? Okay, all right.
Okay, now, how you
What was
doing?
the bond number?
All right, if you need a break or something, let me know. Brandon Wright, Fritz and Paul. Brandon Wright, Fritz and Paul. Brandon Wright. Where's Brandon?
Yes, sir.
He's in North Broward, Your Honor.
Sir, trespassing, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest. So would you like to resolve your cases right now?
It depends on what you offer.
Well, if you plead no contest, I'll withhold adjudication, the cases are over with, you get out of jail today, and that's the end of it. You don't come back to court, you don't have a trial, it's just over with right now. You have a lengthy criminal record from what I understand, so it's not like this is gonna mark up your record.
Sorry?
It's not like this is going to be a blemish on your record. I can see that you have a criminal record. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What would my bond be on the charge? I don't know how much the bond is.
Your bonds right now are $100. So you could bond out for $100 or plead no contest. Case is over with today. You don't come back to court.
For all 3 charges?
Yes.
I can bond out for $100?
Correct. Or plead no contest and get it over with. What would you like to do? You need time to think about this? How much time How much time do you need to think about it? Sure. Sir, go ahead and have a seat in the other room. You're going to get a call. You're going to get a call from the attorney. Let her talk to you about this, all right?
All right, listen, no contest.
No, why don't you talk to the public defender? She's going to call up and ask you a couple questions, all right? How about Fritz and Paul?
Hey, Jill. Judge, we have an argument regarding counts 1 through 14.
Okay, let me just tell him right now. He's charged with count 1 through count 8, which is possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted Florida felon. 9, possession of oxycodone. 10, possession of PVP, FLACA. 11, possession of cocaine. 12, possession of MDMA. 13, possession of cannabis. 14, possession of alprazolam. 15 and 16 are a violation of probation, and 16 is a possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, $3,500 bond. Go ahead, sir. What is your objection?
Judge, probable cause in this case is developed from the testimony of a witness who is not established to be in a position to know. They don't talk about where this stuff was located. They don't talk about how this guy saw him touch 9 different firearms and 6 different drugs that were in this place that he has no connection with, that he's not a renter there. They have nothing putting him in that place, having command and control over that place. This is all the testimony of somebody who's trying to stay out of jail, so he rats out his friend. And I'm arguing there's not enough probable cause to hold him on these charges.
Can you just give me a minute? I'll be right back. All right, so I had not read that affidavit. I just read it. So your point is that since a
Substance to it. It's all a bare allegation made by one co-defendant over another. If he had flipped on the homeowner, he wouldn't be standing here today. We'd be looking at the homeowner instead, or the renter.
What's your response to that?
Your Honor, my
Let me
response-
ask you this. Arguendo. Say that Fritz and Paul would have gone into the room and said, hey, you know what? I had nothing to do with that. It was this other guy, and he was the one who had the guns. He was the one who had the drugs. I just went in the room. So you have competing statements.
Okay. My reply is, Your Honor, first of all, there's nothing here stating that Shields is a co-defendant. He gave an explanation for why he was at the residence. I would also note he freely provided a DNA sample. He said he has not touched anything in that house, and he gave a DNA sample freely.
Right.
I think that would lend credibility to his to the explanation he's giving, Your Honor. Mr. Fritzen would not give a DNA sample. Search warrant was signed by Judge Merrigan, Your Honor. The police can rely on a witness statement for probable cause. Mr. Miller, I believe, is speculating as to Mr. Shields' motivations, and I think that is an issue that could come out or be looked into at a later date. But for today's purposes, the police can rely upon a witness telling them, this is what I saw.
Right. Mr. Miller, do you think that the police, we have to, at first appearance, give the police some leeway? They're on the scene. They determine the credibility of the witnesses, their body language, the way they're speaking, the mannerisms in which they speak, that we can't see on paper. Is there any accounting for that at first appearance?
Judge, like I said, the bottom line here is there's nothing that to bolster the testimony. It's a bare allegation made by one co-defendant over another. There's nothing that gives us any reliability of this statement. Okay, if they're gonna lay these charges at Mr. Paul's feet, they've got to give the court something to hold on to, and they didn't do it in this case.
Your Honor, can I just say one thing? Oh, all right.
Let me just say, if there's nothing more than this, this would be, you know, you would have a field day at trial on this, on cross-examination and things of that nature. Obviously, you could say to this witness, so you realize that if anyone claimed it was yours, you'd be charged also. I mean, that's clearly, but that being said, go ahead, Steve.
Also, Your Honor, he could have just said, you know, it's the owner of the homes. He didn't have to say that he saw Mr. Paul because the police admitted they were looking for someone else. He didn't have to say he saw Mr. Paul handle these things because it even says that they thought that the owner of the home left. It's based on the testimony from the witness who's implicating Mr. Paul that wasn't required. He wasn't the target. Mr. Paul wasn't the target. They have no incentive to have the witness lie.
Right. So I'm gonna find.
Your Honor,
go ahead.
Just to add briefly, as for the possession of firearms, the police report that the co-defendant, Mr. Shields, states that he was in possession of firearms. There were 8 firearms found in the home. It's not specific as to which firearms he was in possession to. So to find PC for every single firearm count, I think would not be proper because it's not clear as to which firearms they're indicating. It's also not clear where these firearms were found. That he's not the owner of the home, so there can't be constructive possession. As it's obvious these weren't found in plain view, as they had to get a search warrant in order to find these, and it isn't indicated they were found in plain view as the other items were.
Didn't the witness say that Paul had those were his weapons?
He says he was in possession of the firearms within the apartment. There were 8 different firearms found in the apartment.
I'm assuming he meant all 8. And that's what the police assumed he meant, I would think, right?
And Your Honor, just in the 4 corners of the document, I don't think that it's clear. I think that it's very vague. And to say that someone was in possession of all 8 firearms in the little time that he was there, I think doesn't really make sense. He says he was only there that day to care for the dog.
Okay, so I'm going to find probable cause. Count 1 through 8 is $50 per count. Count 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 will be $1,000 per count. 15 and 16, no bond and $3,500. 17, aggravated assault with a firearm, $5,000. And court, do we know who was driving the Plantation police car? Anybody ever figure that out? I was just curious. I mean, that when I started reading this, I thought, wow, this is going to be. It says 10:15 in the morning. Someone stole a Plantation police vehicle and drove it at a high rate of speed.
I know that was.
Did anybody ever find out who was it was taken from the Stop and Shop convenience store. So it appears that a officer got out at the Stop and Shop, and then he came out and his car was going down the road with the the other direction. I thought
There
that
is
was-
another shoe to drop in this story, Judge.
Yeah, I thought we didn't get the answer to that, but, okay.
Judge, I'm sorry that I didn't hear what you said about counts 9 through 14,
Oh,
the drug charges.
1,000, I think.
1,000 per count. Thank you.
Same thing?
Yes, 1,000 per count. I gave him $50 on the weapons, based
I
on.
understand, Judge.
Based on your colleague's argument. Just give me a quick moment. All right, we had a little fun with some other matter. All right, Clifford Stewart, please.
1 second. Judge, Mr. Stewart is president of the Maine. He has declined the PD.
Okay, I'll talk to him. I'm going to make sure we know how he's being represented. Mr. Stewart, you have the right to remain silent today. You're charged with a very serious crime. You have the right to remain silent. You are not required or expected to make any comments today about your arrest or any of the facts surrounding your arrest. But if you give up the right to remain silent and you make any comment, any statement about what did or did not occur regarding your arrest, whatever you say can and will be used against you. Everything is being recorded. Do you understand what I've explained?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you any questions about what happened which caused you to be arrested. But what I will ask you is, do you have an attorney representing you right now?
No.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No.
Do you own land or property here in South Florida?
No.
Are you currently employed?
Yeah.
What type of work is that?
Labor pool.
Okay. Do you have family here in South Florida? Do you have
Yes.
parents? Who do you have?
Everybody, all my family.
Okay. Are they going to hire an attorney for you?
I believe so.
Have you talked to them about hiring an attorney for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sir, let me just take this a step further. While you are in jail, you have the right to remain silent. So if anybody asks you about what happened or didn't happen, you can simply say, I don't want to talk about it, and they have to leave you alone. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, sir, you're charged with,
No, I don't read it.
is this a second-degree murder state?
That is
with
what
a
he's been.
firearm?
Yes, that is what he's been arrested for, Your Honor.
Second-degree murder with a firearm, which would be a first-degree punishable by life.
Second-degree murder by itself is punishable by life felony.
Right, but the firearm does take it up.
I think it's a PBL first. Either way, it's a PBL.
So, sir, you've been charged with second-degree murder with a firearm. And let me ask the state,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you seeking to foreclose bond and release conditions at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
You going to rely on the probable cause affidavit?
Your Honor, relying upon the affidavit, I understand that Mr. Stewart finally made a claim that admitted to shooting the victim, but that it was an accident. I believe based on all the different versions of stories he gave, that the court cannot feel that Mr. Stewart is very credible as far as what the motivation was. A witness said she heard someone screaming, a male arguing loudly from the victim's residence approximately 1 hour before the shooting. Your Honor, at this point in time, based on the totality of the information contained in the report, I do believe there is proof evident or presumption grade for second-degree murder.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, hello?
Okay, the court, the state, let me ask you this. I'm just,
Yes, Judge.
what direct evidence we have about this being an intentional act?
Your Honor, one, the yelling beforehand. Two, if it was an accidental shooting, I think it shows a consciousness of guilt that he hid the gun, that he called and lied and said an unknown male shot this person, then clearly made up that there was a game of Russian roulette being played, because his explanation that he lied and said he only put one bullet in the gun, when in actuality he then finally admitted he fully loaded the gun, then saying that the way it happened was they were playing Russian roulette and she put the gun to her head and he grabbed, and that's when the gun went off, except she was shot in the abdomen. And then he claimed, well, finally, yes, I did shoot her, but it was an accident. Your Honor, all these inconsistencies and flat out lies about what happened, Your Honor, give the court complete reason to believe it was an intentional act, that there was nothing accidental about it, because nothing about Mr. Stewart's actions after the shooting indicated it was an accident.
The court's going to agree with the state that there is proof evident presumption grade. The court does note this defendant allegedly contacted the police through 911 and claimed that his girlfriend had been shot by an unknown black male, and that as this story developed, they found the girlfriend. She was shot in the stomach, and she was transported to the hospital. She was pronounced dead. And the court does note that there were several variations of the story on how she was shot given to the police. At first, it was allegedly a game of Russian roulette where there was only one bullet in the gun. Eventually, the defendant said that actually the gun was fully loaded and there was no Russian roulette being played. The court also notes that it does appear that he said that the gun had been, she put the gun to her own head and accidentally shot herself. Then allegedly later admitted the gun was fully loaded and admitted to shooting her. And then the court thinks it is significant that a neighborhood heard loud arguing sometime earlier in the evening, and that the defendant attempted to conceal and hide the firearm. So that being said, the court will find there is proof evident presumption grade that this defendant did in fact commit a second-degree murder with a firearm of Miss Tanisha Williams. This defendant will be held without bond until further order of the court. Thank you, sir. Okay, Roosevelt Wallace, Edward Harding, and Alton Blakely.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Roosevelt Wallace.
Yes, sir.
Sir, DUI. 2 counts of DUI with property damage. Count 4 is possession of cocaine. The court finds there is probable cause for your arrest. These charges, State, do you have any priors on this defendant?
One moment, Your Honor.
Allegedly a traffic crash. And I'm looking here.
Priors, well, whenever you're ready, Judge.
I do see the defendant has been convicted of license suspended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Hold on. We're gonna take a just a. No, let me take a 2-minute break. We may have an illness in the courtroom. I'll be right back. Okay. We have addressed the situation. Now, okay, sir. Sir, how long have you lived down here in Broward County?
All my life.
And allegedly it's a traffic crash. And sir, do you have any money in the bank?
A little bit.
What do you do for work?
Master carpenter.
Are you? Okay, great. I'm going to do this. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. You have to go to pretrial release tomorrow by between 8 and noon. So I'm going to order a drug and alcohol evaluation for you, and I'm going to order that you have drug testing every week to ensure that you're not consuming any drugs. I'm going to also order you're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages. Do you understand?
That's fine.
Now,
I appreciate it.
Sir, I'm going to try to get you some help here. Sir, if you fail a drug test, any more cocaine in your system, you'll probably go back in jail, all right?
Yes, sir.
Right away.
Well,
Now,
I don't need that.
excuse me?
I said I don't need that. I got 4 grandkids that depends on me, and I take
Now-
care of my mother and my brother.
I understand. Now, sir, within 10 days of your arrest, you need to go out to the Department of Motor Vehicles out at, Oakland and 441 out there. There's a driver's license place there. Go out there, and you probably should go out and get yourself a temporary driving permit out there, all right? So you only have 10 days to go do that from the date of your arrest. So yesterday, 10 days out, all right?
So my regular license is suspended, you tell
It's
me.
going to be suspended in 10 days. If you,
Okay.
What you should probably do is go out between tomorrow and Friday and get that thing taken care of. Also, but tomorrow you have to report between 8 and noon. Map's right there, all right?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay,
How about
take it with
Edward Harding?
Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Main jail.
Sir, possession of cocaine, resisting arrest, and trespassing. Court finds probable cause. Do we have any priors on this gentleman?
One moment, Judge. Priors include he was arrested for a felony offense in early May this year. A filing decision has not yet been made. Earlier this year, he pled out resisting without violence. Possession of marijuana, 2012. Possession of codeine and possession of cocaine, 2012. 21 and a half months state prison. Possession of alprazolam, 2012. Same sentence. Resisting without violence, 2011. Leaving the scene of an accident, 2011. Resisting without violence, 2011.
Okay. Sir, are you working at this time?
No, sir.
He has an open drug case now. It just hasn't been
I
filed.
think it's a drug case. It's definitely a felony case.
So I'm going to go ahead and
Yes.
let you bond out for 1,000.
Okay.
Thank you. How about Alton Blakely?
Main jail.
Sir,
Right, you can
possession
bond
of cocaine.
He didn't revoke your bond. You can go. Go down.
Sir, Blakely.
Blakely? Alton Blakely? No? Bonded, Judge.
Okay. Probable cause is found. How about
Andrew Lewis?
Timothy Ryan, Leon Hardin, and David Lee?
Did we already do Lewis?
I didn't know. Do we have a Lewis? No
Oh,
paperwork.
it's a no paperwork. My
All right,
bad.
where's,
My mistake, Judge.
Timothy Ryan attaching a plate not assigned, driving on a suspended license, corruption by threat, and trespassing. So he's being held no bond on corruption by threat. The trespassing's $250. And count 2, sir. That's $750 on the license suspended. Thank you.
Judge, is he not entitled to a bond in count 3?
I missed the
court case. And Mr. Court
Judge
case.
said it, no problem.
Right here, no show at calendar call, corruption by threat.
Got it. Thank you, Judge.
I was there that day, though.
You'll have to take it up with your division judge.
Leon Hardin.
usually take?
Conti, Your Honor.
Your Honor, well, I'll wait to the court.
Go
No,
ahead.
nothing on this case, Judge.
Mr. Hardin, count 7 or 8, violating probation, no bond. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
I've been in court for this already, and I could you please take me off the court docket because I've already been to court for this to make the second time.
I don't want. They say I have a court date of 8/20.
Okay, I've got it. We'll note that.
So can you
Thank
take
you.
out?
Yes, sir. Thank you. David Lee. David Lee.
President, the main judge, we have an argument.
Okay, Mr. Lee, count 8 burglary, count 9 burglary of a conveyance. Go ahead. What's your argument, sir?
Judge, it seems that at least one of these counts is a bit convoluted. They say they see him in a car. They have a video. They identify him through a video. Then they see somebody else that's unidentified at a gas station using a credit card from a previous burglary, and somehow they develop all this into probable cause to hold him for the first burglary unoccupied. I would argue that there is no probable cause, for at least for count 8. Count 9, I don't know how they identified him. He had the next day allegedly had the ID of the person who's from the second car burglary. Again, I don't think there's a nexus or connection with him and that car. So there's really no probable cause for counts 8 or 9.
I read here, defendant entered a conveyance with intent to commit a crime early morning, August 5th, 2014, 3:48. Defendant was recorded entering a private driveway of the victim in Lighthouse Point. The crystal clear video recording depicts the defendant approaching, then entering an unlocked BMW. Defendant appears to rummage through the interior of the vehicle before exiting. Upon exiting, defendant uses an unknown type of cloth to wipe his handprints from the side of the vehicle. The victim reported the loss in this case, but information gathered in the following paragraphs goes on to show the intent of the defendant to commit a crime in the victim's vehicle. So the following day, fraudulent use of multiple credit cards during a recent spree of vehicle burglaries. Video was collected from the Exxon. The video depicted an unknown white male and 2 unknown white females using stolen credit cards. The video recorded suspect vehicle, red Toyota, first 3 letters, number, okay. Contact was made to BSO detective. He was given still images of the suspects and the vehicle from the Exxon video. Later the day, on 8/6, the day after the burglary, contacted the Lighthouse Point police, and they said that Toyota was located at a Super 8 motel in Pompano. Spoke with the hotel manager, confirmed the vehicle was registered to a guest at the hotel, Carlos Nin of Hollywood. You look here. It's hard to read this. I read it earlier, but is there a known burglar? Okay, right here. As I back up, Deputy Conroy conversed about the Toyota and the registered owner. He advised that earlier in the day, he'd been in contact with a known burglar, David Lee, and a female, Daisy Nin, with the same last name as the Toyota's registered owner. Deputy Conroy advised that he met Daisy Nin and David Lee along with other persons at an apartment less than 2 blocks away from our location during a call for service. Okay. Searched the apartment in the back bedroom. BSO surprised David Lee, who appeared to be preparing to use illicit narcotics. He was also concealing items under his comforter in the bedroom. They were concealed under the comfort defendant's wallet, had multiple identification cards falling from it onto the bed. One of the ID cards that fell from the defendant's wallet was a Florida driver's license belonging to a separate car burglary victim out of Lighthouse Point, Mr. Kevin Mahfood. The interesting point about the victim's resident location for the victim, Mahfood, is it's located 4 houses away from the victim in this case. BSO arrested the defendant for cocaine possession, possessing personal ID, okay? BSO processed the defendant at the station. I was able to obtain security video from the victim's residence. It depicts the defendant entering the victim's private driveway, opening and entering the victim's vehicle, defendant rummaging through the vehicle. Before leaving the scene, defendant wipes the area. Okay, so what's the...
Your Honor, I think, first off, I think the police can certainly rely upon similar conduct in time, in a close to time and place to determine intent. But even if you took out everything that happened previously, I think the mere fact that he's using a cloth to try to remove his fingerprints from the car is indicative that he had a legal intent. If it was just, I'm just going in this car for no wrong reason, then why do you care about not having your fingerprints on the car door?
At 3 o'clock in the morning in someone else's driveway, going in somebody's car and then taking a cloth to wipe off where the fingerprints had been? I don't know. Anything more, Mr. Miller? Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Ms. Miller.
I just think that alone, I mean, if Your Honor wants to fine for a trespass, but there's nothing to show that there was intent. At trial, the officers wouldn't be allowed to use any other circumstances that happened before or after this. They would only be
That's not true.
subject to.
Williams rule, they could come in if it shows a
It-
common intent,
You know what?
common
Maybe a
scheme.
trial, but for today, I'm going to find probable cause on both counts. What's count 1 through 7?
He's being held on a total bond right now of $23,000, theft, cocaine, 2 counts of unlawful possession of ID of another, 2 petty thefts, and he's got a no bond hold on a grand theft.
Okay. And Mr. Lee, I just as soon set your bonds at $5,000 per count and call it a day. Thank you, sir. Here you go. Okay, may I see Lionel Richards? Mr. Lionel Richards, please. Lionel Richards, please step forward.
North Broward Judge. He's a med reset, Your
Okay,
Honor.
we're going to set him for Thursday in the PM.
Did the court already find probable cause in
I
this
will.
case?
I don't know if I did. I'll do it now.
Thank you.
Here you go. How about Brandon Wright? Did you talk to Brandon? Yeah. Brandon Wright, come on back up.
North.
Mr. Wright, if you'd like to, did you have a chance to speak with the Assistant Public Defender?
I got one question here about no ROR. Is possible? If not, I'd say I plead no
I'll
contest.
check right now.
I think he's been known as Brandon Howard in the past, multiple aliases. I think he's got a.
Hey, I plead no contest.
Just one moment, Your Honor.
Let me get there first.
Hold on.
Your Honor, even though it was Noel Prost, he was arrested just last month on a warrant for violating pretrial, so I don't know if he'd be a good candidate for an ROR or
You want to just plead no
pretrial.
contest today?
Yeah, no
You
contest.
understand we're not going to have a trial. We're not going to put in a, well, we're not going to have a trial. You're not going to have your day in court. It's over with right now. Is that clear?
Yes,
How do you plead?
no contest.
We're going to withhold adjudication. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Okay, may I see Emery Baumgartner, please?
Main jail.
Mr. Baumgartner, burglary with assault or battery and a battery. State.
We have an argument.
You are seeking a foreclosed bond and release
Yes,
conditions.
Your
on
Honor, but
Mr. Baumgartner.
apparently Mr. Miller has an argument.
Go ahead, Mr. Miller. Have you read?
Is there any more information, Judge?
Have you read
Than what's on
the subsequent report?
I did not get it.
I provided Ms. Miller with a copy.
I defer to my esteemed colleague.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I've read the probable cause that was provided by the state. I don't see any PC argument as to the burglary, assault, or battery.
Without bond.
And I'm just, Your Honor, I'm relying upon the report. It's Ms. Gallo, who lives in the home, spoke with Deputy Jacobson. She informed him he has never lived at that home with her. She never gave him permission to enter the home. He showed up unannounced, uninvited, looking through her window. She went into the bathroom to call her boyfriend to come back home. He had just left for work. Next thing she knows, when she comes out, Mr. Baumgartner is in her home, approximately 10 to 15 feet from her. It's at this point that he goes up to her, grabs her by her arm. She screams. At this time, as Mr. Riley's pulling into the home, he sees Mr. Baumgartner outside the home. Never saw him inside, but sees him outside. And at this point, he states that, and confirmed by Ms. Gallo, that Mr. Baumgartner punched Mr. Riley and ended up fleeing the scene, Your Honor.
Okay, any comment from the defense regarding this? Okay, the court will find proof evident presumption great. The court does think that the pieces to the facts, the puzzle here, kind of fit together. The alleged victim says he was in the house. She called her boyfriend. When the boyfriend found out, got there, he was on the front lawn. He became hostile to the boyfriend, and it does seem like it does all fit together. So I'm going to find proof evident presumption great. Order that the defendant, Mr. Baumgartner, be held without bond on count 1. Count 2, the bond's $1,000. So I'm going to order that you have no contact directly or indirectly with Miss, I believe that's Gallo, directly or indirectly with Gallo, directly or indirectly with Mr. Riley. No contact, directly or indirectly. Stay 500 feet from them at all times. If you make bond, you're not allowed to possess any guns or weapons. If you make bond, pursuant to precedent in the Keel case, the court's not going to use any discretion. The court doesn't believe it has discretion to set bond at first appearance. When there's proof evident presumption great found in the defendant's only manner of recourse is to have a full-blown Arthur hearing in front of his trial judge. Thank you. Now, there you go. All right, now, okay, Mr. Miller, who do you have over there?
Okay, Judge, go ahead.
How about misdemeanors first? Do you have misdemeanors?
Judge, I didn't bring a list today, so I think Mr. K, Curry Cave, is here on I believe a petty theft for a second look. Kevin, what are you here for? Can you go stand at the podium now? Yeah. Thanks. What are you here for? No. Charge. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're here from TAP. Another judge handled this when it came in. Your bond's $100. Sir, how come you haven't bonded out yet?
Well, right now I don't have any family that can bond me out. If I could, I would like to resolve it with no contest today.
How long have you lived down here in South Florida, Mr. Cave?
I've been down here 22 years almost.
And you can't find anyone to bond you out for $100 out of the jail?
Well, I didn't know that there was free phones, and now I've been moved to a facility where I didn't have free phone.
Who do you live with?
I live by myself.
What do you do for work?
I work for Broward Palms.
Let's see, Publix. Hold on. Running out of Publix with a shopping cart filled with items. No shopping
Some
bags.
food.
For all the items, white GMC Sierra with U-Haul decals on the doors. Wow. Let me just read this here.
Hey, it's Eric. Hey, thank you.
Right. Stole $198 worth of Publix
The entire thing?
merchandise.
Marianne? Hey, I just wanted to let you know, and I only came across this because we had a second look. Case number 14.
Okay, how long has the defendant been in custody? Do we know?
I believe 4 days, Judge.
I understand. Just give me a quick moment. I want to look at one other thing here. Did you live on Rossetti Lane in Boca?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance and let you come back to court, all right, sir?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck. Judge, I have Tremail Kelly.
50.
Telling me he's here on a resisting without.
It's been a long.
Mr. Kelly, Would you like to plead no contest to this case and get it over with
Yeah,
today?
if you go to the PCF,
Yes, sir.
Do you understand we're not going to have a trial? It's going to be wrapped up right now. You okay with that?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead, sir?
No contest.
Okay, I'll withhold adjudication. Good luck, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. My last one, I think, is a felony, Judge. Craig Zachary, possession of PvP.
Okay. You verified it?
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Mr. Zachary.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. Tomorrow morning you have to go to pretrial release. There's a map right there. You're going to be drug and alcohol tested every week. So if you come back
Yes, sir.
positive for marijuana, PvP, anything else, you go back into the jail, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, we're clear to me. Good luck.
Sir, thank you. Okay, now, where's Henry Chase?
Your Honor, this is a 30-day. It's actually been upfiled. You can see it. It has the MM case number on there.
Where's Henry Chase? There he is. Hello, Mr. Chase.
How you doing, sir?
It's fine. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good, sir. You're here for, you know what? I don't have one for that. Yeah, it's a 30-day. You don't want to. Okay, I understand, but you know.
It has to be. There has to be an order denying the motion.
Let me, sir, we're here. A 30-day motion. I'm looking at case number 15-01-0361, CF10, Henry Chase, State of Florida. It appears here that you've been charged by information with a felony battery, originally arrested on a misdemeanor, but now it's a felony battery.
What do you mean?
Now,
Why is it?
I have the register of actions
I don't
right here.
understand.
Do you, ma'am, do you have any issues with this? Okay, so I'm going to deny the motion, release you on your own recognizance today. All previously set bond and release conditions shall remain, sir. Thank you. Okay. Where's Chevelle Matier? Chevelle Matier. How about Shane Roche?
Your Honor, Mateer's at North. Sorry.
Go.
What? No, I got an appointment at 4. How's that not all watered down then?
Okay, Mr. Matier. Sir, how come you haven't bought out of the jail yet?
Ain't got nobody to bum me out.
Well, I see. You live down at what's the place down on the beach?
Covenant House?
Yeah, you live in Covenant House, right?
I'm 21. I can't go in no more.
Okay. Well, how long has it been since you lived there?
I left on New Year's.
Where have you been staying since then?
Around the way.
Where?
I'm home. Prince's house.
Do we know, does Mateer have any kind of criminal record?
One moment, Judge. Yes.
Okay.
Record includes.
Mateer, would you like to resolve your case today?
Here.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Theft 2012, theft 2014, theft 2003, grand theft auto 02 a year and a day, burg dwelling,
Okay,
grand
that's
theft.
Ma'am, if you plead no contest today, your case is over with today. We're not going to have a trial. You're not going to have your day in court. It's over. You're out of jail today. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
No contest.
I'll withhold adjudication. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
How about Shane Roche? Roche, Johnson, and Raymond. Roche, Johnson, and Raymond. Roche bonded. How about Dominic Johnson? Sir, trespassing. Where's Dominic? Stand right up there. There you go.
No.
So would you like to resolve your case today and plead no contest? Turn on the mic. Do you understand? Sir, if you plead no contest, your case is over with today. We're not going to have a trial. It's wrapped up right now. Is that clear?
Yes, correct.
How do you plead?
No contest.
I'll withhold adjudication, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
How about Belford Raymond? Dominic Johnson.
Copy, Your Honor.
Okay, Belford, sir, you're charged with theft. Now, how come you haven't bonded yourself out of jail yet?
Because I don't have any money to bond out, sir.
Okay. How long have you lived out here in South Florida, Mr. Belford Raymond?
All my life.
And were you working before you were arrested?
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Were you employed before you were arrested?
Yes, I was.
Okay, what type of work was that?
I can't hear you, Your Honor.
What type of work do you normally do?
I was a temp for Republic Service.
Okay. You just look here. I don't know if this defendant has a criminal record.
He's got possession of marijuana last year, uttering a forged instrument
Would you like
2011.
to work this out right now? Plead no contest. Case will be over with. However, you're understanding you're not going to go back to Walmart, all right?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You know, by pleading out, that means you're not going to have a trial. It's just going to be wrapped up right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you plead to theft, sir?
No contest.
I'll withhold adjudication. Good luck, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, what about Lorene Asaturo? Lorene Asaturo.
North Broward. Come here.
Got it.
Hi, Judge.
Hello. Ms. Asaturo, you're here for theft. And, oh no, trespassing. Sorry about that. Got it. Okay, Ms. Asaturo. Just look here now.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you.
You're here for trespassing, ma'am. We look, defendant was trespassed from the town shops at Margate earlier this
Okay.
year. The defendant was sitting on the curb in front of the Township of Margate.
Okay, I didn't know that. I understand.
Repeated attempts by the homeless outreach specialist to provide help and service. The subject has refused all efforts to get some help to get off the street. So, let me ask you now, how come you don't take the help to get yourself off the street? Why don't you, if they're trying to help you, why don't you get off the street?
Nobody's asked me for help, sir.
Nobody. They say they keep telling they try to help
No,
you.
sir.
No.
No, sir.
Would you like to get off the street? Would you like to get in a shelter?
I have a place to go, my brother's. I have a place now. We bought a duplex.
Which city is that in?
Margate.
Do you want me to call your brother and tell him? Let me ask you
441.
this. Do you want me to call your brother and tell him to come pick you up from the jail?
I don't have his number. That's the problem.
When was the last time you spoke with your brother?
Last week.
What's his first name?
Bernard Barney.
It's Bernard, and is it Bernard or Barn?
Beran.
And what's his last name? Asaturo?
No, McPhillips.
It's Phillips or McPhillips?
McPhillips. McPhillips.
And which city does he live in?
Margate.
Steve, can you do a search on that? Bernard McPhillips?
Wait,
Maybe call the brother and see if he'll go
down. Frankly, Judge, I was in the middle of something else. What am I looking for now?
Bernard, Bernard, McPhillips, McPhillips.
Yes.
And where does this gentleman live?
Margate. Do you know where he works, ma'am?
No, I don't. Someone. Someone from 41. That's all I know.
I don't have anything.
No. Ma'am, would you like to resolve your case today?
Yes, I would.
All right, do you understand we're not going to have a trial? The case will be over with right now. Are you clear about that?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. How do you plead? You can plead guilty or no contest. What would you like to plead?
No contest.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll withhold adjudication, ma'am. Good luck trying to find your brother. I hope you can find him.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
You too. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, now, do I see Richard Chinloy? See, is this second look or 30-day?
These are, it's 30-day, Judge.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good, sir. Stand by 1 moment.
Okay.
You waiting for?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said we haven't found anything on it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Chinloy, I'm going to release
Yes,
you on
sir.
your own recognizance on both of your criminal cases today, all right?
I have. They said I had
He's
two
got two.
cases,
Yeah,
and then one that's not filed.
no. All I can, Your Honor, I can tell you, and if Mr. Chinlow is listening, the public defender's office filed motions on 2 separate cases that we're here on today.
Right.
He's entitled to an ROR on those 2 cases.
Sir, I'm gonna
Anything
release-
else, I don't know.
I'm going to release you on 15-8164 CF10, 15-7548 CF10. Other than that, I don't know what other cases there are. I'm releasing you on possession of PVP and possession of heroin. All right? Thank you. I don't know. Go ahead.
I know when the deputy, the housing deputy, said that I had a amphetamine, a cocaine case. That
I don't know about that.
Am I going home today? Can I resolve that if that shows?
We're not here to resolve an amphetamine or any other case. The 2 cases that I just told you about are the ones I'm handling today. Those 2 cases, I'm releasing you, all right?
Okay, but that doesn't show anything else on my record as far as anything open?
I have no idea. I have no idea, all right, sir? I have no idea.
I just want to know if I'm going home today or if there's anything that's going to be holding me up.
No, you're good.
He's got an
Except
attorney.
You're good. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Michael Johnson.
Hey, Your Honor.
Sir, what are we doing on Johnson?
One moment, Judge. You can be ROR'd.
So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, all right?
Yes, sir. Mr. Hurley, may I ask you a quick question, please?
Okay, go ahead.
I have VOP as well as I'm currently in the SAP program. I wanted to tell you thank you for sentencing me to SAP. I'm just wondering if you could consider maybe sentencing me to BARC after the completion of SAP.
Your trial judge will do that for you, all right?
Yes, sir, Your
I'm
Honor.
just your one-day judge today, all right? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, how about Kiera Brown?
Better. Okay, bye.
Hi, Miss Brown. Ma'am?
Hi.
Hi, we're here on possession of PVP. State?
Your Honor, we've not yet filed information. She's entitled to release.
Ma'am, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance today, all right? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, what about Marcus Knoll? Great name, Knoll.
No Broward.
North Broward. Go ahead, Steve.
Who's this? I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Marcus Knoll.
He can be ROR'd, Your Honor. We've not yet filed information.
Mr. Knoll, the motion to release your ROR will be granted today. You'll be released, all right?
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. There you go. And how about,
You want your charger?
Yes, I'm sure. I would like
how about Judy George?
I didn't.
No Broward.
We've not yet filed. We've not yet filed information. He can be ROR today, Your
So
Honor.
you're going to be released on your own recognizance, Mr. George. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
May I
exactly.
see Amani Gilbert?
But I'm the one big.
Amani Gilbert.
Your Honor, just one moment.
Amani Gilbert. That is a
I'm gonna have some information.
female. She's going to be at North Broward.
Good.
Yeah. Amani Gilbert, you want to release? Are you going to release her ROR?
Yeah, I just she might have already been released because it looks like the case was declined.
ROR is granted on Gilbert.
She already? Do you know Sheila?
No, this is, we're doing a court, we're gonna call court administration.
Okay, what about Craig Zachary?
Or did that one, some stranger wants me to order.
So do it.
Armani
Now.
or good. Craig Zachary.
Do it.
I got it right here. Craig Zachary. Oh, that's Seymour. Oh, what about Seymour? Mariah Seymour.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Yes, sir, Your Honor.
This is the second look.
Where's Seymour?
Yes, sir.
This is fraudulent fraud uttering a false instrument. Give me a moment. Mr. Seymour, how come you've not bonded out of the jail yet?
Excuse me, sir?
How come you've not bonded out of the jail?
Oh, I have my people I have not been able to get in contact with, per se, and that's basically it.
Okay, I'm looking here. He's here for fraud. He's out of Miami, been convicted of cocaine 3 times, loading and prowling, grand theft 1991, license suspended out of Martin County. Granted, they're a little bit dated. Those are going back a few years, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I've been straight 15 years almost, sir, Your Honor.
Give me a moment here.
So, no, wait.
Do you still live on 77th Court in Miami? 77th Quarter Street.
Street.
Okay, hold on one moment. So I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. However, the clerk of the court does not have you as 77th Street. They have you as 77th Court. So you're going to have to come to Broward.
Yes, sir.
You could do it at the Hollywood Courthouse instead of coming all the way downtown. You need to
Yes,
go
sir.
there and straighten out your address so you make sure they send you the paperwork to know when to come to court, all right?
Thank you, sir.
All right, you should
That'll be taken care of.
straighten that out. Thank you. I'm going to release you today.
Thank you. God bless.
All right. What about Zachary? Did we handle that? Got it? Okay. Now, just ask, do we have,
Double fisted.
okay. Do we have anything else? That's a wrap. We're out from 2:35. We'll see everyone back here tomorrow morning. I'll be in at probably 10:15 up. I have to go to extradition in the morning at 8:15. Throws me in here a little bit late, 8:15, 8:40. I mean 8:45, 8:50. And then tomorrow's hump day. Thursday's the busiest day of the week. We'll see everyone back here at that time. Until then, we're out.